Good morning, happy Friday. We are back live for another trading session. Thanks for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button for me yet, please do. Helps me out, helps the algorithm get me out there. I've been enjoying reading some of your comments and responding to them. So please, if you are getting any value or enjoyment out of my videos, help me out. Subscribe, share, like, all those good things. Appreciate all of you. We are here for another day. Yesterday I didn't take any trades just because of the choppiness. Didn't really give me any entries, and I'm being way more strict in my choosing to trade or not trade, especially, pending what kind of market we're getting day to day. Yesterday was a real choppy day. Trump came out and spoke and added some more chop to it. So by noon, I decided to just kind of turn everything off and walk away. Hopefully today we get a little bit more direction, and it'll give me something to enter in on. We do have some data coming out at 9:45. With my challenge here, I cannot trade during specific data releases, and today is one of them at 9:45. So I'm not going to get into anything prior to that, obviously, and I have to wait a couple minutes after that data comes out, and then we'll see what the market gives us. That's all we can do: sit and wait and look for the opportunities and take the opportunities that are presented by following our rules strictly. Discipline, focus. That's what we're doing. So hope everybody had a great day yesterday, and let's finish the week out strong going into the weekend, and then we will be back live again on Monday for another week. So we got about 4 minutes here, 3.5 minutes until market open. See what the market does. Overall trend is still trending up. Oops. This one. See, we are kind of entering into a resistance area on the larger time frames, both the 1 hour and 4 hour, and also the daily chart. So I might be looking here to see how we react to either the resistance area that we're in, or to see if this day candle goes back to retest its open, or its low, I should say, which is right around this pink line here that you can see. If we do get a pullback right off the rip, I think my plan is to look to see what the reaction is down here at this support, and see if we get support here, and then I'll look for longs. Otherwise, if market open or during the data we get a big move up, I'd have to see how we react to the resistance zone there. So right before market open, we're getting some selling pressure here. Some nice big downside candles. Decent volume. We did leave a little area of imbalance back here. In this area, it might be something I'd look at also and see how we react in this zone here. Although I don't really I don't really like to mark things prior to market open, because I think once market opens, it's like, you know, a reboot. So it's new. I don't really think what happens pre-market kind of determines anything as to what will happen during market open or after market open. That's just my opinion. You know, you can, I guess, try to kind of see where you have your support and resistance zones based on the different trading sessions. But other than that, I don't really look at it, for anything other than maybe support and resistance zones. That's it. Even if it gives you a kind of direction during pre-market, once the New York session opens, it could just wipe all that out and, do what it wants. So I like to wait for market open and see what the direction is for the New York session. And again, overall direction on the market on the higher time frames is bullish, although we are entering an area of resistance now. Yeah, pretty strong area of resistance also. But it doesn't mean anything. We can move right through it and head for the next area. So let's see. The data that's coming out is we have S&P Global Manufacturing PMI Flash, and then S&P, Global Services PMI Flash. Those are the two things that I can't trade. We have the composite PMI Flash as well. And that comes out in just under 14 minutes. So there's our opening candle. My goal for today is to just make at least a single trade that bumps me back up into the green. I'd like to be able to end the week green, obviously. Everybody would. I took a couple of dumb trades earlier this week to start this challenge off, and I recognized that they were stupid. So now I have to make up for that. I'm not going to try to create any kind of, look at that, we came right on that zone, but we pushing through it. So disrespecting this imbalance here, or maybe not. Yes, we are. So it looks to me right now we are coming back down to test this support here at market open. So let's see what kind of reaction we get down at these lows here, or if we actually make it all the way back down to this support to retest, which basically aligns itself with the bottom of the daily candle. Yeah. Getting some support right here, actually. Same as we got at 9 o'clock this morning. Again, I can't do anything until after 9:45. It's not, Obviously, it's not enough time to make anything worth getting into a trade before 9:45. I'd have to make sure I'm out before then in order to follow the rules of my challenge. So I am just going to sit and wait for the data to come out and then try to make a plan for entries afterwards. Hopefully after whatever this data shows, we kind of get some less choppiness in the market here. We basically ran up here and tested. There's a resistance zone up here. And we took a couple of decent rejections here. We moved back up on market open. This is the opening candle right here. And took a really nice rejection off of that resistance zone and continued to push down. So the question is now, are we just looking for some liquidity down at these lows or at this support zone to be able to push past through? Or are we taking a bearish stance for the day? We shall see. And obviously right now we're in the middle of these zones here, so being in the middle is no place to take entries. So I need to wait until we either retest these highs and break through, or get rejected again. But I don't know that I would take any shorts today unless we get a change in direction completely or we break past through this support down here. There really isn't enough room to kind of go short, especially when we're still in an uptrend on the overall higher time frames. If we break through this support down here and get a retest and it becomes resistance again, then I would, possibly look into getting into some shorts. Lots of what ifs today. Just sit and wait and see how the market plays out. Let's see what happens when we get the data. And that's all we can do is wait and see. And that's it. So we had an area of imbalance here. Like I pointed out before, we moved right down to it. The market ate it up. So this no longer is valid. We are getting some support down in this area here. Clearly, this is an area where there's a lot of buyers, a lot of orders here. Let's see if there's enough selling pressure to soak up all these buy orders here and push below. And it looks like we just did that. So we kind of soaked up the buying pressure here, and sellers are pushing down further. I would love to see us get down to this support here and then the data come out. And if the data is good, we're going to bounce right off of the support, I would think. obviously that does not have to happen at all. The market does strange things. There's no rhyme or reason. That would just be my thinking at the moment. You know, maybe we're just coming back down to test this support here, this price range, and hoping for some good data, and maybe we'll get enough liquidity down here to push past all of this and make some new highs today. That's just a guess. We could also come down to the support area and have terrible data and continue on down. You just be ready for both. The volatility index is still sitting right around 100. So we're right on the cusp of being volatile and not volatile. And anyway, I mean, just taking a look at the kind of candles that we're getting here and these large wicks that we're getting, we're in a choppy market again as of right now. This could straighten out and we could get a direction after we get the data, but as of right now, this is once again not a market that I tend to trade in. I'd have to wait for some clear direction. We are in a nice uptrend. Again, on the overall larger time frames. And if I drew some trend lines, we are actually, we're actually riding this trend line right here. So depending on the data that we get out, this may be the low of the day right here. So we got 3 minutes left until data comes out. So we're either gonna break below this trend line. So if we break these lows here, the chances of going through this support here are a little bit better than not, I would say. If we hold these lows here, then we may end up continuing our uptrend. So let's just take our opening 15-minute range here, which I believe is going to be here. Okay, and see which way we move out of this range. Let's put some music on. Got a minute and a half left for our data. So we are, for the manufacturing PMI flash, we are expecting 49.7. And for the services PMI flash, we're expecting 56.5. So let's see what we get there. The composite, there's no expectation here, but the prior was 55.4. So I think we're looking for below 50 on these numbers. If I'm reading this right. All right. Let's see, we got 8 seconds here. Let's see what the data shows. Let's see how we're going to catch the reaction here, if there even is any. Oh, wow. That's a little bit of a reaction. Okay. I don't have the numbers yet, but clearly the market's okay with it so far. It doesn't really mean anything. Sometimes it jumps and then continues the opposite direction. So let's just wait and see what the data actually is and see how the market continues to move for a couple minutes here. We do have existing home sales also in 15 minutes. So, I mean, quite honestly, it might not be a good idea to trade between now and 10 unless it looks like it's really picking a direction without choppiness. Because these existing home sales could have a decent effect on market as well. I still don't have numbers here yet. Yeah, the existing homes is not data that I can't trade. We're still getting resistance here. I mean, we wicked above, sure, but we didn't close yet above. And we got a strong push back there. We'll see. But now we're getting the opposite too. There's your close above. Let's see if that data came out yet. So S&P Global Composite PMI Flash 52.4. So less than previous, but still considered an increase month over month. Well, give me the other ones. Still choppy. Hello. Give me the numbers. Okay. So we are making some progress to the upside here. Still no numbers. I mean, so far the market is liking the data. So this might be a start here for me. We broke above the opening range. Let's see if we leave an area of imbalance here. Or if we come back down and retest. I might want to go long. Let's see how the next couple of candles play out here. So we're at we're just at this resistance here. This is right where the resistance is, the previous highs on the 1 hour chart. So let's see how we get a reaction off of this retest here. And that doesn't look like it's holding. Perhaps. I mean, I'm not mad at that if this closes. Risque. You know what? I'm just going to make a smaller position size here, and I'm going to take a long here. I like this bounce that we got off. Let's see if we can keep moving to the upside here. Looking good so far. See if we can break these highs. Yep, nice. Nice strong push through. I like that. So we are now at, well, just about highs from a couple days ago. I'm actually going to move my, I don't know. Yeah, let's wait to see how this candle finishes out here. It's risky. Let's wait for a close here. It's a good strong candle both on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, which are both about to close at 10 o'clock. We get that data. So this could go either way. I like the direction so far. We are getting some resistance up here. Hopefully we get enough enough to hold up in this area here until we get the data. We've got about 5 minutes until data comes out. If we make higher highs, then I'll move my stop loss up. Hopefully we can hold here. That's why I reduced my position size getting into this, because I knew that obviously there's data coming in, and the 1 hour and 4 hour candle both closed at 10 o'clock. But we did get a nice, push to the upside here. We came back and retested the open range, and we got a nice support on that. So that was my entry. But may not last. Let's see. So we're retesting the open range again. And it looks like I'm going to get stopped out here. Yep. All right. So now we wait for the data. We wait for the candles to close. So we basically came back down below this support, or I'm sorry, resistance. What it was resistance turned into support, but we didn't hold on to that. So, but again, the data in 2 minutes could change all of that again. So we wait and see. Wait for another entry. I think this was a good trade. I'm not mad at it. I did reduce my position because I knew that it could be risky. I think we got a nice pullback here with a retest of the open range, and I got in there. We had a nice push up immediately, but We're also at a resistance area here from previous highs. So it's okay. 0.5% on that one. So existing homes sales is what we're waiting for in the next minute. Could have a decent impact on the market as well. If we get good data there too, then obviously I think we're going to continue to see some upside, but we'll wait and see. Wait and see. A little bit of a losing streak for me. It happens. Get through this. Even if today, if I don't get any more entries today and I'm down 0.5%, it's okay. It's a loss I can be okay with. And next week's another week. We try again. All right, so market reaction to data. So existing home sales came in a little bit above expectations, not by much. Let's see, Michigan 5-year inflation expectations came down a little bit. It's actually up from the previous, but it's slightly below expectations. So that's deceiving. Yeah, all right, so let's just see. I mean, market, the data that just came out at 10 o'clock is pretty much at expectation or either slightly above or below, but nothing that's like major surprise wise. So let's just see what the market thinks of it, because that's really all that matters. Doesn't matter what I think. The 4-hour candle closed right at resistance. Same with the 1-hour. So let's see. I'd have to see a complete change in direction. We'd have to break below the low of the day here for me to even consider to go short. And we're still just getting a lot of choppiness here. And I don't like trading in that, because it takes out your stop loss every time. You saw it here live. So let's see. It looks like we're aiming for a break in structure here, and there we go. We just got it. Let's see if we get a continuation. I've had these candles fool me before. That's why I wait, before I get excited, like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to the downside here. But no, we could just be picking up orders that were left behind in this area right here once that data came out at 9:45. This doesn't mean anything. Again, I'd have to see a complete change in direction, which would have to, for me anyway, I'd have to see a strong push to the downside and a strong push below the opening range here with conviction. before I would consider maybe the direction is changing and I can start looking for some short entries. But otherwise, to me, this just looks like the same crap that we were getting yesterday, which is just sideways, choppy trading. And I don't trade in that. This was a risky trade for me up here. I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive when I see entries. You know, this is to me an entry based off of, orb, the opening range breakout. We got a nice push through the opening range, push and close. We came back and retested. We got a nice close on the retest, so I got in on the next candle. Started off really, really nice, but I knew that there was resistance up in this area, so I made this a smaller position size than I would normally take, because I knew that it was more risky than I would like. So, and then clearly I took that loss. So we are now getting some downward pressure here, but again, I gotta see it completely change direction before, it's still an uptrend in the larger time frames. So I would start thinking about taking shorts if we have a push below the low of the opening range and this support here. If we get strong pushes through both of those, then, hey, let's start looking for some short positions. But until then, this can change direction at any point in time whenever it decides it has enough liquidity to go back the other way. And, you don't trade against the trend. I had to learn that the hard way a lot also. So that's my plan right now. It's just wait and see. Wait and see. Yep. So we do have a break-in structure here with nice conviction on the next candle as well. We did leave an area of imbalance behind here. If I was going to play this area of imbalance here, I would look to play it to go long. I would look to see if it comes back through and disrespects it, and then maybe look for an entry to go long. I don't think I'm at a point where I'm okay with taking a short today yet. I think the possibility of a continuation upwards is stronger than downward right now, from what I'm seeing right now. Again, it's just my opinion, and I'm a newbie, so don't listen to me. Some support there. Nice bounce off that. I do like this setup here. Possibly. Again, to go long. Well, there's that. I was waiting to see if it was going to give me a better entry, because we were getting some support here, but we just blew through that. We'll see how this candle closes here, actually. We might just be taking out some stop losses there, honestly. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see if we break above. And then I'll wait for another entry up here, maybe. I don't know. Who has the upper hand today? Buyers or sellers? This music is appropriate for this candle, I feel like. What do you think? The drama. The battle. Who wins the battle? Blue team or orange team? I feel like if we blow through these supports here, we're gonna get a drop. Just an opinion. Are we just hunting for stop losses? Because I feel like this is where everybody's putting their stop losses. came back down, took them. Looked like it was going to bounce back up. People probably got back in. It's coming back down, take more stop losses out. This is what it looks like to me. This is what the story is here, to me anyway. Is this the victory song now? The sellers won. The orange team took out the blue team. This is going to be their victory lap now. All right, I'm gonna be here. I'm staying on for a couple more minutes. I want to see if we break lows with you guys, and then maybe we can talk about doing some shorts. But for right now, we're just in this range. And again, just like yesterday, I'm not trading in any of this baloney. I gotta see a direction. That's one of my biggest problems in the past, is me just trying to make things work and guessing on which way the market was going to go. And you can't guess. You have no idea. You know, you can look at previous days and day candles or whatever and try to have an idea and make a plan off of that. That doesn't mean that you execute it just willy-nilly because you think that the market's going to come down here, bounce, and then go. I want to see some evidence of that. You know, right now the evidence is showing me that the orange team is beating the blue team. And until I can see, you know, maybe the blue team's taking a little break, you know, maybe we're about to hit halftime and they're going to go in and get their butts reamed and then come back out and blow the orange team away. I don't know. Right now it looks like the orange team is kicking butt. But it doesn't matter. See, for me, it doesn't matter what direction we're going. I just need to see a direction. And then I can plan on how to get in and take advantage of that direction. That was something that I really had to kind of get through my head. Like, I don't care which way the market goes, but I need to see it go some way, right? This is not a way. This is this way, and we can't trade, you know, sideways. I mean, you can, sure. You know, take the risk, make tiny positions, and, you know, try to profit off of stuff like this. You know, I could put a little tiny position in here if this, but I would rather just wait for the right ones and get a nice, good trade that yields a decent amount versus some tiny ones and possibly lose. Already too far into drawdown, way more than I want to be on this challenge, and I want to turn that around. And if it doesn't happen this week, fine, but I'm not going to force the trade just because I'm in the red, you know. So let's see. Let's wait and see. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wait and see. I have a Discord that I just created a couple of days ago. If anybody's interested in an invite or whatever, follow me on one of my socials and DM me, and I'll get you an invite for the Discord. if you want to just comment your username or whatever, and I'll add you. So right now we're at where the daily candle kind of opened. So I think this is where we're gonna decide, maybe, what way we want to go here. Or we won't, we'll just continue trading sideways, whatever. Either way, I'm not trading that, but it'd be really cool if we could, you know, pick a direction. You could tell when you start getting these large wicks on every single candle, this choppy market, you don't, you know, I don't want to be in this. Because these large wicks, this is the stuff that takes your stop losses out and then goes in the direction that you were planning on it going anyway. And then you get angry and, it, you know, that doesn't, so just stay out of it. That's the thing. I mean, you start seeing these large wicks on both, you know, both sides. It's not worth being in and having one of these wicks take out your stop loss, and then it moves in the direction that you were planning on anyway. Just wait for a better entry. So we got to push and close below the lows of the day. Okay, so this is where we might get some movement now, but this also might be like where it leaves you behind, because it's not going to give you any entries. This support line is the low of the day. Okay, you can see here where we came below twice. Okay, in previous sessions. Today we came below this support twice and pushed back up. So for me, I need to see a test again. Okay, or a push and continuation below. I'm gonna edit some videos here while we're waiting. Where did I end off? Here? That's the last one I did. So this one. Gucci. So the daily time frame, we got rejected the same place that we got rejected 2 days ago. Okay, whatever that's worth. It doesn't mean that it's not going to bounce off of the support again and continue to the other side and make new highs. Candles overtaking candles. Choppy. Choppy, choppy. So this is where I like to have something else to do when I'm waiting for things like this, so I'm not so inclined to try to make or force a trade to work. Just make yourself busy, don't watch it. Obviously I have it right in front of me, you know, it's here, but I'm focusing on something else until I see what I'm looking for. And what I'm looking for is either a bounce off of the support or a breakthrough, and then from there I can make plans. But until I see it at least get to the support, like, I can't look at any longs here because the chances of it coming back to the support are good at this point. And I can't look at any shorts here because the chances of it bouncing off of the support is good. So we're just, you know, there's no trade to be had where we are right now, you know. Still have no break in structure as far as, you know, back to the upside. We got nothing. Oh, I need a new chair. Recommendations, please. Recommendations for a budget chair. My butt hurts. Recommendations, please. This was a $40 chair off of Amazon that I bought a few years ago. It's not good. It's not good. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna stand now because my butt hurts. Chair recommendations, please. Thank you. Oh, goodness. We're inching our way down to this support here. Let's see it. break in structure. Well, not really. Let's wait for this candle to close. I mean, technically, yeah, but still, this doesn't mean anything. Yeah, we're just still getting these choppy candles. Again, I'd really like to see it come down to retest this support here for me to consider getting in to go back long, or a break to the downside. Nothing. Got nothing. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to call it for today. I'm going to sit and watch this for a little bit longer just to see if we get what I was talking about again. You know, I need to see a retest of the support here, and then a move back to the upside for me to continue to think long here today, or for it to disrespect to the support here and push through with some conviction. Then I'll probably wait for a retest. If we get that retest, then I'll be looking to go short. But if we don't get either one of those, probably not going to do anything, because this is just choppy sideways trading. So with that being said, appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Follow me on my socials. All the links are on my page on YouTube. I got a bunch of links in the description down below for who I use for trading software and who I'm using for my funded accounts, the challenge accounts. And you can check all those out below. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. Happy Friday, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a good one.